While many players spend their careers chasing moments of glory, Manie Libbok has spent his shaping every second on the pitch into a statement. Precision, vision, and audacity can turn games and define legacies. From the quiet streets of Humansdorp in South Africa's Eastern Cape emerged a player whose presence on a rugby field could command attention without a word. Emmanuel Manie Libbok was never content to simply play the game. From the earliest days, he sought to understand it, to control it, and ultimately to shape it according to his vision. Rugby, for Libbok, was not just a sport, it was a canvas. Every pass, kick, and tactical decision was a brushstroke, and by the time he reached adulthood, he was already painting masterpieces. Libbok's early life set the foundation for this approach. Born on July 15, 1997, he grew up in a family that valued dedication, discipline, and relentless curiosity. The dusty fields of his hometown became both playground and classroom, where a young Manie learned the fundamentals of running, tackling, and anticipating play. Even as a child, his eyes seemed to see more than the average player. While others focused on the immediate action, Libbok observed patterns, calculated possibilities, and instinctively envisioned solutions. These traits would soon separate him from the crowd. At HTS Daniël Pienaar in Uitenhage, Libbok's talent began to blossom. Representing Eastern Province at the Under-16 Grand Como Week in 2013, he scored against formidable rivals like the Blue Bulls and Golden Lions, signaling the arrival of a prodigious talent. But it wasn't just about scoring. Coaches noticed his ability to orchestrate play, to direct teammates subtly, and to make split-second decisions that maximized the team's chances. At a time when many young players are still finding their footing, Libbok already displayed a precocious understanding of the game's nuances. The next phase of his development came at Hoërskool Oud Nikwa in George, one of South Africa's premier rugby schools. Over the 2014 and 2015 seasons, he starred for the SWD Eagles at the prestigious Under-18 Craven Week tournament. It was here that the first glimpses of his audacity and precision on the field became evident. In the 2015 tournament, his opening match yielded 21 points through 2 tries, 4 conversions, and a penalty, a personal showcase of skill and game intelligence. Across the tournament, he scored 43 points, finishing as the top scorer. While statistics reflected his ability, it was his control of tempo, his game management, and his tactical ingenuity that impressed coaches and analysts alike. Libbok's school performances earned him selection for the South Africa schools team in the 2015 Under-18 International Series. Against international opponents from Wales, France, and England, he continued to display maturity far beyond his years. A try-on debut against Wales, along with strong performances against England, illustrated not just skill but an ability to thrive under pressure. Even at this early stage, Manie was showing signs of the defining qualities that would mark his professional career: composure, vision, and the ability to elevate those around him. After high school, Libbok joined the Blue Bulls Academy in Pretoria. The transition from schoolboy rugby to professional ranks is often fraught with challenges, but for Manie, it was an opportunity to refine and expand his understanding of the game. Competing in the 2016 Currie Cup qualification series, he made his first-class debut against Western Province, scoring a penalty and a late try that demonstrated both skill and tactical awareness. Each match became a laboratory, a place to test strategies and sharpen execution. By May 2016, his progress had earned him a place in the South Africa Under-20 squad for the World Rugby Under-20 Championship in Manchester. Here, Libbok showcased his versatility, alternating between fly-half and fullback, scoring crucial tries against Japan and France, and demonstrating a tactical intelligence that belied his age. South Africa ultimately finished 4th after defeats to England and Argentina, but Manie's individual brilliance stood out. His 3 tries in the tournament placed him among the team's top scorers, reinforcing his emerging reputation as a playmaker with vision, precision, and audacity. Returning to domestic rugby, Libbok continued to impress with the Blue Bulls U19 team during the 2016 Under-19 Provincial Championship. 7 starts produced 3 tries, augmented by 35 points through conversions and penalties. Beyond the numbers, it was his command of the field and his ability to dictate play that drew attention. Coaches marveled at his composure under pressure and the strategic depth of his decision-making. These were qualities rarely seen in a player so young, qualities that would define his ascent into professional rugby. Libbok's professional breakthrough came with the Bulls franchise. By 2021, he was debuting for the Stormers in the United Rugby Championship, URC, facing Italy's Benetton. Despite a team loss, Libbok's performance hinted at the dominance he would soon exert. In the subsequent seasons, he became a cornerstone of the Stormers' strategy, orchestrating attacks, controlling tempo, and delivering in high-pressure moments. His semi-final performance against Ulster, where he delivered a skip pass that led to a critical try and converted it from the touchline, epitomized his ability to seize defining moments. Across 2 seasons, he accumulated 171 and then 217 points, cementing his status as a lethal playmaker capable of deciding matches. In 2025, Libbok embarked on a new chapter, signing with Japan's Hanazono Kintetsu Liners. Initially thought to be a short-term sabbatical, the move turned into a long-term endeavor. In his debut, he scored 4 conversions in a 40-14 victory, followed by another commanding performance at the Hanazono Rugby Stadium. Even in a foreign league, Libbok's mastery of vision, precision, and audacity remained undeniable. He adapted to a new style of play, leveraged his tactical intelligence, and demonstrated that his influence extended far beyond familiar fields. Parallel to his club's success, Libbok's international career blossomed. Selected for the Springboks in 2022, he made his debut against France before playing Italy, contributing 5 conversions in a 63-21 win. His first start came in July 2023 against Australia in the Rugby Championship, where he marshaled the team to a 43-12 victory, orchestrating plays with poise and decisiveness. His Rugby World Cup 2023 performances further cemented his reputation. From a man-of-the-match debut against Scotland to crucial contributions against Argentina and England, Libbok's ability to influence outcomes through intelligent playmaking became evident. Even when scrutinized, as in a narrow loss to Ireland, he learned, adapted, and returned stronger, underscoring his resilience and mental fortitude. What distinguishes Libbok from other fly-halves is more than scoring prowess or kicking accuracy, it's his rugby intellect. He reads defenses before they form, anticipates opposition strategies, and adapts in real time, controlling the rhythm of the game with a conductor's touch. His versatility across fly-half, fullback, and occasional wing roles allows coaches tactical flexibility, while his calm under pressure ensures teammates perform with confidence. Where others react, Libbok dictates. Where others chase opportunities, he creates them. Off the field, Libbok exemplifies professionalism and dedication. He studies opponents meticulously, hones his skills relentlessly, and fosters cohesion among teammates. Criticism, whether constructive or harsh, is met with introspection and resolve, allowing him to evolve continuously. His approach to leadership is quiet but compelling: lead by example, influence through action, and elevate the team above self-interest. In an era where rugby is increasingly dominated by data, physicality, and pace, Libbok stands out as a player who balances analytical brilliance with instinctive execution. His journey from a small-town prodigy to one of South Africa's premier rugby architects is a testament to preparation, intelligence, and relentless ambition. Each match, each decision, each play adds a layer to a career that continues to evolve. From Humansdorp's dusty fields to international stadiums filled with tens of thousands of fans, Libbok has demonstrated that true greatness is forged not in moments of luck, but through deliberate effort, vision, and courage. Manie Libbok's story is also one of timing and adaptability. His move to the Japanese league at a peak moment, his seamless integration into international rugby, and his composure in the face of scrutiny highlight a player who controls not just the game but his career trajectory. He is a strategist, a tactician, and an innovator, a man whose influence shapes the dynamics of a match before the first whistle blows. Every kick, pass, and decision underscores his philosophy. Precision, vision, and audacity are not just traits, they are tools to define moments and, ultimately, legacies. In matches where seconds matter and pressure mounts, Libbok has repeatedly shown that he can shape outcomes, turn games, and command respect. This combination of tactical mastery and psychological resilience places him among the elite, not simply for skill but for his capacity to elevate the game itself. As Manie continues with the Hanazono Kintetsu Liners and the Springboks, his trajectory remains upward. Analysts, fans, and peers alike recognize that this is a player who doesn't merely participate in rugby, he orchestrates it. His ability to adapt across leagues, manage high-stakes scenarios, and influence team performance signals a player whose impact will be studied and celebrated for years to come. From Humansdorp to global stadiums, Manie Libbok has embodied the art of rugby. He has transformed every opportunity into a statement, every play into a lesson, and every game into a testament of what precision, vision, and audacity can achieve. For young players watching him, the lesson is clear: mastery is not a matter of raw talent alone, but of insight, preparation, and the courage to take ownership of every second on the pitch. In the grand theater of rugby, few can shape a match with the calm authority of Libbok. His journey reminds us that greatness is not found in fleeting glory but in the relentless pursuit of excellence, the meticulous crafting of plays, and the courage to seize every moment. While many chase glory, Manie Libbok continues to define it. And as the world watches, he is only beginning to write the chapters of a legacy that will endure long after the final whistle. Every kick, every pass, every decision stands as a reminder: precision, vision, and audacity do not just win games, they shape history. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to our channel for such interesting content. See you in our next video.